The shocking firing of Gunther by Triple H, a game-changing move for WWE. In professional wrestling, an ever-evolving spectacle where power, passion, and betrayal collide, and behind every major storyline, there are decisions made that change the course of history. And today, we're diving deep into one of the most jaw-dropping, unexpected, and shocking moments to ever shake the WWE universe. A moment that left fans gasping for air, and the entire industry questioning everything they thought they knew. Triple H, the cerebral assassin, the King of Kings, made a move that no one saw coming. The firing of Gunther, the unstoppable force from Austria who had taken WWE by storm, came as a bombshell to fans worldwide. But why? What led to this dramatic decision? What were the consequences for Gunther, and how does this move impact the WWE and professional wrestling as a whole? In this video, we'll explore the multifaceted reasons behind Triple H's decision, the fallout for Gunther, the far-reaching consequences for WWE, and what this means for the future of professional wrestling. This is a story you don't want to miss, so stick around and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. It's time to unravel the mystery behind the shocking firing of Gunther. Gunther's meteoric rise in WWE. Before we dive into the shocking events that led to Triple H's decision, let's take a moment to appreciate the sheer force of nature that is Gunther. When Gunther made his WWE debut, there was no doubt that he was someone special. His dominance in NXT and subsequent rise to prominence on the main roster was nothing short of impressive. Gunther's incredible physique, ruthless in-ring style, and no-nonsense attitude quickly earned him a spot among WWE's elite. Fans were enamored with his presence. He wasn't just another wrestler, he was an intimidating powerhouse, a champion in every sense of the word. His reign as the WWE Intercontinental Champion became a defining moment of his career. A champion who could match his skill with his unwavering intensity, Gunther made every match feel like a war. Whether he was pummeling his opponents with his devastating chops or holding the crowd in the palm of his hand, it was clear that Gunther had the potential to carry WWE into a new era. But even with all his success, we now know that things behind the scenes weren't as they appeared. Despite his dominance, Gunther's future in WWE would soon take an unexpected turn. Triple H's strategic vision for WWE. To understand why Triple H fired Gunther, we need to first understand the man behind the decision, Triple H, the ultimate mastermind of WWE's creative direction. After taking the reins of WWE's creative process, Triple H introduced a new era, one that was fresh, unpredictable, and highly strategic. Under his leadership, WWE shifted focus, experimenting with new talent, new storylines, and ultimately, a different approach to what fans had come to expect from WWE programming. But not everyone fit into Triple H's new vision. Gunther, as dominant and powerful as he was, represented a different era. His old-school style, his no-compromise attitude, and his penchant for brutality stood in contrast to Triple H's broader creative direction, which emphasized storytelling, character development, and long-term arcs. Gunther's character, though immensely talented, might have seemed somewhat rigid, stuck in a mold that didn't fully align with Triple H's grand plans for the future of WWE. This disconnect between Gunther's old-school style and Triple H's evolving vision likely played a major role in the decision to part ways. Gunther's firing, the fallout. Now, let's get to the heart of the matter, the firing of Gunther. The announcement came without warning, leaving fans stunned and confused. The news broke like wildfire, and the WWE universe was left with one question: why? Sources close to WWE have revealed that while Gunther was a top-tier performer, his backstage conduct and lack of alignment with Triple H's new direction were contributing factors. Rumors have circulated that Gunther's outspoken nature, his reluctance to embrace some of the newer, more modern aspects of WWE's creative philosophy, led to tension with management. Gunther was known for his strict, traditional views on wrestling, and his approach sometimes clashed with the more modern storytelling techniques being favored by Triple H. Despite his in-ring prowess, Gunther's stubbornness became a point of friction. His reluctance to adapt to certain changes, whether it be in terms of character development, promo delivery, or his interactions with the fanbase, may have been viewed as a limitation. For Triple H, the future of WWE hinges not just on top-tier talent, but on wrestlers who can evolve with the times. Gunther's steadfast refusal to conform to certain expectations might have sealed his fate. But Gunther wasn't the only one to feel the sting of Triple H's harsh decision-making. WWE itself, as an organization, began to shift its priorities. What happened next would have ramifications far beyond just one individual. WWE's evolving strategy, the bigger picture. Gunther's firing is just one part of a much bigger picture. Triple H's new direction for WWE includes a broader strategy that sees the company pushing boundaries with fresh faces, new styles, and more dynamic storylines. While Gunther's old-school style might have been effective for a time, Triple H's long-term strategy required WWE to be more agile, more willing to take risks, and more willing to break away from the norms of past decades. In fact, Gunther's firing isn't an isolated event. Other stars have seen their opportunities shift, and WWE is clearly making moves to rejuvenate the product and appeal to a new generation of fans. This includes an emphasis on character depth, more intricate storylines, and a sharper focus on personal rivalries that transcend just in-ring action. WWE's focus has shifted toward integrating more modern sensibilities into the product. This involves embracing not only athleticism but also the entertainment side of professional wrestling, the character development, the storytelling, the personas. Triple H, who has always been a master of long-term planning and character-driven storytelling, is leading the charge. And for wrestlers like Gunther, whose brand of wrestling was more about raw power than nuanced narratives, this shift has posed a real challenge. The aftermath for Gunther, what's next? So what happens to Gunther after this unexpected firing? Despite the shock of the announcement, this could very well be the beginning of a new chapter in his career. Gunther is undeniably talented, and the world of professional wrestling doesn't just forget about performers like him. There's speculation that Gunther might find a new home outside of WWE, possibly with rival promotions like AEW, Impact Wrestling, or even returning to the independent circuit where he first made a name for himself. Gunther's reputation precedes him, and there are plenty of opportunities for a wrestler of his caliber to continue making an impact. However, it's also possible that this firing could lead to Gunther taking a break from wrestling altogether. Given his long-standing commitment to the industry and his loyal fanbase, it wouldn't be a stretch to imagine that he could take some time off, reflect on his career, and return stronger than ever. Whatever the future holds for Gunther, it's clear that this is far from the end of his story. He may have been fired by WWE, but his legacy is far from being written off. This is a man who has the ability to rebound, and his next chapter could prove to be just as explosive as his time in WWE. The impact on WWE and professional wrestling. Gunther's firing will undoubtedly have long-term ramifications, not just for him, but for WWE as a whole. WWE's decision to part ways with such a dominant and impactful figure sends a clear message: the company is willing to make bold, unpopular decisions to ensure its future success. Triple H's vision for WWE is one of growth, innovation, and reinvention, and that often means making difficult choices. For fans, this move is a reminder of the unpredictable nature of the wrestling world, where alliances can shift, careers can rise and fall, and no one is safe from the whims of management. Gunther's departure may sting for many fans, but it's also a wake-up call that in WWE, everything can change in the blink of an eye. As for the future of professional wrestling, the departure of such a high-caliber talent like Gunther may signal a shift toward a new type of wrestling star, one who isn't just about physicality, but also about storytelling, charisma, and the ability to connect with fans on a deeper level. Gunther, for all his greatness in the ring, may have been a product of a different era, a bygone era of wrestling that is slowly being phased out in favor of a more multifaceted approach to the business. At the end of the day, Gunther's firing by Triple H represents more than just a single decision, it's a symbolic moment in WWE's ongoing transformation. It's about the future of the company, the evolution of professional wrestling, and the ever-changing dynamics between talent, management, and fans. Gunther's departure from WWE is a stark reminder that in the world of professional wrestling, no one is guaranteed a spot on the top forever. Change is inevitable, and sometimes, it takes a hard decision to ensure that WWE remains on top. But the question remains, did Triple H make the right call? Will Gunther's departure be a turning point in WWE's story? And how will the industry continue to evolve in the wake of this shocking move? As always, we'll keep you updated on the latest news, so don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Wrestling News CC for more breaking stories and in-depth analysis of the world of professional wrestling. Until next time, keep your eyes on the ring, and your mind on the business. But wait, there's so much more to discover. Click on the next video right here, shown on the screen, for more exclusive insights, reactions, and all the latest happenings in the wrestling world. You won't want to miss it. Every click helps us grow and brings you more amazing content. So please, don't leave just yet, join us for the next video and keep the wrestling conversation going. Thank you for being part of our community. Goodbye for now.